hell. This is gonna be probably painful for me, 'cause I'm on my period right now. Anyway, let's just start. Incident 1. In 1996, 6 people were injured when a raft on the rip-roaring rapids overturned. Incident 2. Rip-roaring rapids number 2. In 2005, a female park patron suffered broken ribs in an impact with the side of a seat after the raft came to a sudden stop. Incident 3. Relay Dodge. In 2005, a woman fractured her wrist while riding the bumper car ride with her son. Incident 4. On March 29, 1980, a 13-year-old boy riding Whizzer was killed and 8 other passengers were injured when 2 trains collided. Incident 5. In 1991, 2 couples sustained injuries after their boat hydroplaned and capsized, temporarily trapping them under the overturned boat. A bump was later added to the bottom of Yankee Clipper's splashdown to prevent hydroplaning. Next is Canada's Wonderland. Incident 6. On May 11, 2003, 2 guests were involved in a fight over $10 worth of marijuana at the front gate of the park, which led to a shooting death. Metal detectors were added at the front gate along with the implementation of bag checks for additional security following the incident. Incident 7. On October 26, 2014, 2 people were stabbed in the parking lot after the park had closed. One of the victims, a 21-year-old man, was pronounced dead at the scene. The other victim, an 18-year-old man, was taken to an area hospital with life-threatening injuries, but was later released. Police arrested and charged an 18-year-old man in connection with the attack several weeks later. They believe the attack was part of a confrontation between 2 groups that began inside the park and escalated in the parking lot. Incident 8. On October 13, 2023, a police officer was patrolling the parking lot when he noticed a 17-year-old male behaving suspiciously and exited his vehicle. The teen then ran away from the officer and reached Jane Street between Norwood Avenue and Avra Road, where he was fatally struck by a vehicle. He was rushed to hospital in serious condition. He died 6 days later on October 19th due to his injuries. The province's police watchdog Special Investigations Unit, Ontario, was notified of the incident. Incident 9. On July 18, 2021, riders of Lumberjack were stranded upside down for 5 minutes due to a possible control malfunction. Nobody was injured. The ride reopened at 1:41 p.m. the same day. Incident 10. On September 23, 2023, during the park's Halloween hunt event at approximately 10:40 p.m., the Lumberjack ride once again became stranded upside down with guests' feet in the air. It remained stuck for 25 minutes until the park's maintenance team brought it down by 11:05 p.m. Incident 11. On July 31st, 2022, a small fire broke out at Splashworks shortly after a fireworks display, destroying a section of the Super Soaker water slide and a pump house below it. Nobody was injured, but the water park remained closed the next day following the incident. It reopened one day later on August 2nd with limited operations. Incident 12. The Bat. On July 20th, 2004, 20 people were stranded on the coaster due to a malfunction. Incident 13. On August 23rd, 2003, the Jimmy Neutron Brainwasher, later renamed Woodstock Rollerbirds due to Cedar Fair's, now Six Flags, contract with Peanuts, had a single unit fall from its mounting spindle. 2 children and their mother were sent to a hospital with broken bones and lacerations. Incident 14. In 1988, an 8-year-old diver drowned in the pond below the waterfall of Victoria Falls. After swimming for 10 minutes, he approached the falls to retrieve a frisbee. His brother attempted to help but was pulled underwater several times. Resuscitation efforts by park staff failed. Incident 15. On July 11, 2024, a 17-year-old girl fell from swing of the century while riding and was taken to a trauma center at a nearby hospital. The wave swinger model from zero reaches a maximum height of 42 feet, and the extent of the rider's injuries was not revealed. Next is Carowinds. Incident 16. On June 9th, 2016, a transformer exploded nearby, causing a park-wide power outage. Riders were stranded on various rides, including 17 on Windseeker and an unspecified number on Thunder Striker and Fury 325. Some guests waited over an hour before being evacuated. No injuries were reported, and the park reopened the following day in limited capacity. Incident 17. On September 5th, 2016, around the time the park was closing, police were notified that a 22-year-old man allegedly shot a 14-year-old boy in the bus parking lot. It was reported that the altercation began as an argument inside the park before escalating outside. The man was arrested by police, and the boy was rushed to a nearby hospital to treat life-threatening injuries. Incident 18. On June 7, 1987, 5 people were arrested for allegedly shooting 2 people inside Carolina Harbor with an unregistered machine gun. A 16-year-old girl playing in the wave pool was killed after being shot by a large caliber bullet. The other victim was a 6-year-old girl who was shot in the abdomen but survived after hospitalization. Incident 19. Carolina Harbor Number 2. On July 5, 1989, an 11-year-old boy drowned in the wave pool. Lifeguards pulled the unresponsive victim out of the water and unsuccessfully tried to resuscitate him. He was pronounced dead at Charlotte Memorial Hospital. Incident 20. On August 18, 2019, a guest was taken to the hospital after injuring his hand while riding Copperhead Strike. The ride was shut down temporarily for investigation. Incident 21. On May 17, 1996, one of the cars on Drop Tower failed to ascend to the top of the tower after the safety control system locked the brakes. 3 riders were stranded 160 feet in the air for nearly 3 hours before being rescued. Incident 22. On June 30th, 2023, a ParkWarz reported that a support column on Fury 325 had suffered a crack that caused it to separate from the track. The ride was closed that day and remained closed while repairs were pursued. All trains and guests made it safely back to the station without injury or derailment. The ride has since reopened after the support column was replaced. Incident 23. Hover and Dodge. On June 4, 2018, a bumper car on the ride caught fire but was quickly extinguished by the ride attendant. There were no injuries. The ride passed inspection and resumed normal operation. Incident 24. Mountain Gliders. On July 11, 2021, an empty stroller remained in the ride's surrounding area and got caught between the ride seats. Once the ride started moving, it was snagged and spun through the air until eventually being thrown off. The attendant maintaining the ride quickly pressed the emergency stop button. Once the issue was addressed, all passengers were safely evacuated from the attraction.